In this video, we're going to talk about the Paycheck Protection Program Extension, where to apply if you haven't applied already, and if you've already applied, been funded, or you're going to apply with this extension, what to watch out for to get more funding. But before we do, if this is your first time at our channel or you haven't subscribed, click on the subscribe button at the bottom. My name is Travis Sickle, certified financial planner, helping you reach your financial goals. So the first thing that we want to talk about is the extension of the PPP program to August the 8th. So if you haven't seen it, last week, the House and the Senate approved the bill, which was signed into law on July the 4th, which was yesterday by President Trump, to extend it to August the 8th. And you can see the bill right here. And you can even see the bill's announcement on the White House's website. And it says on Saturday, July 4th, 2020, the president signed into law S4116, which reauthorizes the lending under the Paycheck Protection Program through August the 8th of 2020. Now, this is important for both small businesses that have already applied for the PPP program and been funded, and those wanting to apply. Now, the latter is obvious. If you haven't applied, now you have that opportunity. But if you've already applied, what this tells us is that the government wants to give small businesses more stimulus, and they want to use this additional $130 billion, or the $130 billion that was left over from the original PPP program. But there's a high chance that they won't even make a dent in this $130 billion. And a lot of those other proposals that we're seeing will probably come and get approved. So let's take a look at the numbers and I'll show you why I think this. So this is the most recent report from the SBA on the PPP program, and it's dated June the 27th. And you can see the vast majority of these loans are coming from small businesses taking under $150,000 out. And some quick math over here, it's just over 86% for all small businesses that have applied to the PPP program and gotten funding with under $150,000 and under. And if we compare that to just a week ago, you could see that the biggest spike in these numbers, now not by much, but are the smallest loans, and that's $50,000 and under, where it went from $57 billion or $57.5 billion from $55.9 billion just a week ago. And that's the biggest increase in all of these numbers. And you can go right through them. You can see that 5 million and above basically stayed the same. The same thing for the range right below, from 2 to 5 million, and then from the 1 to 2 million. And you can see just straight on down the line, it really didn't make that much of a change except for the smallest of those loans. And even if we go back to the April 16th report, we can see that they didn't even have the 150,000 and under broken out, but you can see that it's 74%. Well, now it's 86%. So most of the loans are coming from businesses that are applying for less than $150,000. And you can even see this by the average loan size coming down significantly, where on April the 16th, it was $206,000. And on June the 27th, it dropped all the way to $108,000. So even if we just do some simple math and take a look at what we have left, which is $130 billion in the PPP program, and we divide that by $50,000, so $130 billion, if I get enough zeros in there, divide that by $50,000, that's 2.6 million more loans that could be spent with $130 billion. And the total loan count here for under $50,000 is 3.1 million. So the good news is what I talked about yesterday with that P4 proposal to target even smaller small businesses for a second round of the PPP program is still on the table. And that's good news because the signing of the extension of the original PPP program for an additional 5 weeks says the government wants to use the money. So there's a good chance that they're not going to make a dent in the next 5 weeks just by giving it out to new applicants, that they're going to have to go through a second round if they want to get through the $130 billion. So the signing of the extension yesterday on July 4th is good news for businesses that have both applied for the PPP and those that haven't applied. Because if you haven't applied, there might be 2 rounds in front of you. This one with the extension of the 5 weeks and the possibility of a second round with that P4 proposal. Now, it's not clear which lenders are going to reopen for the PPP extension because some lenders closed early before the June 30th cutoff. So it's unclear. So if you see a lender that's opened back up, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to post lenders on future videos that have opened back up to the PPP program. And if you're still looking for other ways to get funding for your small business and you haven't already, make sure that you look at the EIDL grant, which is 1,000 times the amount of employees up to 10 for an advance. And then you're going to get a loan offer after that if you qualify. So you want to go ahead and apply for that on the SBA.gov website. And I have links in the description at the bottom to videos through that walkthrough. And these changes are still coming. So you want to keep a close eye on these changes and additional funding for your small business. If you have any questions or comments, let me know down in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and leave your comments down at the bottom.